avoidants are sometimes very attractive. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 traits that make them so attractive, especially when you have an anxious attachment style. If we look at this list of characters, yes, they are very good looking, but there's an element of their personality that make them attractive. We all want to be in love with them, and the point of this video is to challenge the way we perceive attraction and also how it's portrayed in movies, in series, on Netflix, etc. Because sometimes we love a good love story. Sometimes, whether we're anxious or not, we want to fall in love with those people because they give us this idea of we're going to get a relationship, a valuable relationship with someone valuable. The first one is the emotional distance. And so people who are emotionally distant, they give this dynamic of chasing. Because they are distant, I need to fight for their attention. I need to chase for them. And that unavailability will trigger your attachment, will trigger your anxiety. Because the highs and the lows will give you a sense of like it's more intense being with him or her. And so the problem when you have an anxious attachment style, specifically for people who have an anxious attachment style, is that you confuse longing with love. You confuse these elements of excitement of he or is she gonna respond to me with love. And so the first element you have to be aware of is this emotional distance. The second element is unpredictability and mystery. And so in that case, unpredictable behavior will keep you seek validation constantly. You would want to get that certainty. I'm not sure what they are doing, what they are thinking. That's also an element of that taps into our cognitive bias around scarcity effect. Because they're not around, because we don't know, we feel like, oh, they must be important. They must be important socially, they must be important in my life, right? And studies have shown that inconsistent reward will trigger dopamine. That's how slot machine works. We don't know what we will get. And because of that, we get addicted. Because the dopamine that we get from unpredictable reward is way higher than playing a game where we know in advance when we can assess the probability of us winning in advance. The third one, which is actually, by the way, super interesting. The third one is independence and self-sufficiency. And so again, sometimes it's something you would want to be. I want to be like him. I want to be like her. I want to be able to be confident, right? To have this element of self-sufficiency. Again, you shouldn't feel that because they're independent, that means independence is an opportunity to win love, right? I want to depend on me. I want you to depend on me. I want me to depend on you. And so this independent thing is something I have to fight against. And so that's very important. It is very attractive. But the point is to find people who are able to develop not codependency, interdependency. Codependency is actually not healthy. It's the other way around. Is people who can't do anything without their partner. The point is finding a partner where you can build interdependency, where you have your own life, where you have your own priority, your own things, and the relationship where you have that secure base where you can rely on, where you can get intimacy, when you can soothe, but also not only the only place where you can soothe and have connection and social interaction. If you're entering the dating world after a breakup and you're confused and just want to spend some time with like-minded people and working with an experienced therapist, helping you to navigate this space, join us on Saturday, 26th of October. There are more details on this. It's going to be amazing. We have 4 workshops already planned, very interactive. Again, we will select people to have a very sort of close-knit community and like-minded people working together. The idea is to get the relationship you deserve, right? That's it. That's the only goal that we have. That's the only objective that we have. Have a look in the description if you want more details. So the fourth one is charisma and confident personalities. And so charisma will obviously amplify desire. We're all attracted to charismatic people. But the thing is, there's also an element of being attracted to people who are aloof. And this aloofness will trigger, again, this element of chasing. The whole point is to say, hold on. you are attracted. There's an element of chasing. You're working or running after something. Is it really what you want? The whole point of this video is to challenge this perception of attraction, because sometimes attraction is not based on what you need. Fifth one is subtle moments of vulnerability. So this is something that is not really discussed a lot online. And I've seen that a lot amongst my clients, is this idea of like, yes, but he or she opened up with me. And I know it's the only time he did or she did. And so what happens is like, you get that reward because they give you that little nuggets of intimacy. And because it's quite rare, you amplify this as like, this is the treasure, this is the prize, forgetting that it's just only a nugget of intimacy. And so because it's inconsistent, what we do, that what our brain will process, is we'll intensify those moments because they are inconsistent, because they are rare. We will value those things, we'll cherish those little moments. And so what you have to do and what you have to challenge again, if you have an anxious attachment style, is understand that you're wired to focus on the highs. And so a lot of people, they put their partner on a pedestal, they only focus on the highs, and they forget about, hold on, zoom out, let's look at the big picture. It's important to assess those things, and you have secure partner. So maybe they're not as attractive as the other one. And that's also the problem, is that you don't have to pick between someone attractive or someone that you find good looking and someone who's secure. You can find both. And so these are characters, and I didn't find a lot. And I recommend you this Netflix show if you recognize, and let me know actually in the comment section if you recognize some of those characters. I had a lot of fun making this video and researching those characters, and that brought me back in the days. How I Met Your Mother was like things I would watch at university. If you have any question, anything you want to ask, or if you like this video, don't hesitate to click on like, to comment, to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.